So I'm looking for advice on developing marketing ops plans. I've been building out process and refining for efficiency with no real guiding light. Any recommendations?
Yes. Revenue is your North Star, friend. I know it's scary to lean into a number, especially if sales won't even take your calls or give you the time of day. But I think so many people at Mopsapalooza surprised me by articulating the CMO's point of view, right? Which, of course, is the whole C-suite and the board's point of view.
Mhm.
My buddy Arizona colleague down here, my Phoenix Smug leader, Rajawala, was talking about his kind of personality and the way that he's always liked to build cool stuff. And the fact that he would go as a mop soul and he hated the strategy. He hated the conversations around building the PowerPoint for the deck and doing all the stuff. He wanted to build something super cool, and whether or not it generated, 5 million in pipeline or just was something that he could chat with his other, marketing ops souls about, just from an interesting, novel build standpoint. He had a pivot, I think, in his career where he realized the budget to build the cool stuff comes from the strategy, comes from tying to your revenue North Stars, comes from being able to articulate what the return on your time is to the top line, right? So I think if you're lacking direction, look at your company's, strategic plan for the year. Where can you support and lift the heavy rocks? Where can you build against numbers that will build job security for your boss's boss? You
Well,
know,
think about it. What's your CMO's OKRs? Like, just like
not building
maybe
cool stuff.
just it,
Sadly,
yeah, it's definitely not buying another technology to add to the stack.
that's right.
So yeah, so I think you're right. Like if you don't have anything, just looking at revenue is just a great starting point. If not, you can never go wrong there, pretty much.
It's daunting. Some companies, I've been in the case where contribution to pipeline, I can barely tell you how many leads we got this month, right? So work backwards from that number then and show in incremental bite-sized pieces how you're going to build that transparency and visibility. And granted, prepare yourself, put a buffer point in there. Once you stand up reporting, you may not want to socialize it right away. It might be ugly. It might have some hard truths,
Yeah.
and it's gonna tell us maybe a half a story. Maybe it's not even the full story. So don't work with a firm like ours, stand up reporting, and then have a booked meeting the next day to socialize that with your CMO. Give yourself some refinement time. A little buffer is
Yeah.
healthy, but once you can start articulating that investment in X channel gives Y contribution to close one business, then you're onto something. You've got job security. You're able to do regression analysis so that if at the end of the year you have $5,000 extra dollars, you know where to put it and how to manage the expectations around what you'll get back from it. That's the powerful conversation that I think would help you get to a place of transparency and visibility and alignment across the org. And that's really what we're supposed to be doing in ops, not just like gatekeeping and siloing and doing cool stuff under the cover of night. Like we're supposed to be facilitating growth across the company at the end of
Mhm.
the day.
Believe